After a tough breakup, Sarah was ready for a fresh start. This old city apartment was supposed to be a new beginning, a place to heal. As she set her things down, something caught her eye. A large, vintage bathroom mirror, its silver frame tarnished with age. She admired the apartment's character. It had an old-world charm that somehow felt comforting. But that mirror, it felt out of place. As the first night settled in, Sarah couldn't shake the feeling that she wasn't alone. She thought she saw something, just a faint shadow, passing in the mirror. She brushed it off, convincing herself it was just the lighting, or maybe a trick of the moving boxes. The following night, Sarah was trying to settle into her new routine. She went about her evening, trying to ignore the unsettling feeling from the night before. But as she looked up into the mirror, something caught her eye. A faint figure in the reflection, just behind her. In the reflection, the woman looked distressed, her eyes wide with terror. She seemed to be mouthing something, as if silently begging for help. Heart racing, Sarah spun around, expecting to see someone there. But the room was empty. But when she turned back to the mirror, the image flickered and vanished, as if it had never been there. Driven by curiosity and unease, Sarah went to the library, hoping to uncover the history behind her apartment and the unsettling mirror. She headed straight for the archives, pulling out old newspapers, hoping to find any clue about the building's history. As she sifted through the archives, a headline caught her attention. Tragic incidents, plague apartment building. The articles described a series of disappearances and attacks, all involving women who had once lived in her apartment. She couldn't help but wonder if the mirror had seen it all, if it somehow held the memories of these tragedies. Determined to uncover the truth, Sarah spent night after night sitting by the mirror, watching, waiting, hoping it would reveal its secrets. Then, one night, a figure appeared, a woman dressed in an old-fashioned gown, her face pale and filled with terror. Each night, more figures appeared, women from different eras, each with a story of terror etched on their faces. Sarah tried to talk to them, whispering questions, reaching out her hand as if she could somehow touch their world. But no matter how hard she tried, the reflections remained oblivious to her presence, as if they were echoes trapped in time. One night, as Sarah stared into the mirror, a shadow appeared behind her, a man's figure, heart pounding. Sarah turned around, expecting to see him, but the room was empty. But as she looked back at the mirror, her heart nearly stopped. The man was now inches from her reflection, staring directly into her eyes with a sinister smirk. A chill ran down her spine as she felt an invisible grip, as though his hands were resting on her shoulders, cold and heavy. With a surge of terror, she pulled away, stumbling back, her heart racing as she finally broke free from the mirror's grasp. Night after night, sleep became a distant memory. Every time Sarah closed her eyes, the visions haunted her, dragging her deeper into a world of shadows and whispers. It wasn't just the bathroom mirror anymore. Now she saw reflections in every surface, as if they were creeping into every corner of her life. Even the glass surfaces weren't safe. Any reflection could hold a glimpse of the figures she could no longer escape. Desperate to escape, she covered the mirrors one by one, but each night she'd find them uncovered, as though something refused to be hidden. But it was more than just reflections. Cold hands brushed against her shoulders, whispers crept into her ears, drawing her further into madness. After days of relentless research, Sarah uncovered the mirror's horrifying origin. It once belonged to a deranged man, rumored to have harmed countless women, former tenants of her very apartment. Legend said that after his death, his spirit became bound to the mirror, forever trapping his victims in its reflection. Consumed by fear and desperation, Sarah decided the mirror had to be destroyed. But no matter how hard she tried, it refused to shatter. In desperation, Sarah reached out to a paranormal expert who warned her of the grave danger. Breaking the mirror might trap her within it as well. "The mirror is a prison," he said, his voice low. "Break it, and you risk becoming its next prisoner." With desperation boiling over, Sarah made her choice. She grabbed the hammer, ready to end the nightmare, no matter the cost. With one final swing, she struck the glass, the sound of shattering echoing through the apartment like a scream. But as the shards fell, Sarah's heart sank. She wasn't free. She was staring out at the room from inside the shattered pieces. And then she saw him. The man's reflection appeared beside her, his smirk cold and triumphant as he closed in. Her screams were silent as the reflection became still, her terrified face trapped forever in the glass.